Hi, welcome to my video on the derivative of trig functions, tan, cot, secant, and cosecant. This is video number 3. F of x equals negative 4 tan x, where x is defined between 0 and pi and equal to 0 but not equal to pi. The tangent to f of x is parallel to negative 24x minus 3y equals negative 6. Find the point of intersection of the tangent and the f of x. Well, the tangent is the parallel to this line, so that means if the tangent is parallel to this line, then the tangent and the line have the same slopes. So let's go and find a slope of the line. So the slope of the line is the equation of the line. So we're going to solve for y. So we're going to move the 24x to the right side and change the sign. We're going to divide by negative 3, so y equals negative 8x plus 2. So y equals mx plus b, so the slope of the line is negative 8. So the parallel line to that, which is the tangent, so the tangent has a slope of negative 8. And the f of x is equal to negative 4 tan x. And the tangent, the slope of the tangent is the derivative of the f of x. So f prime x, we do the derivative. That's a constant, so we write down the constant, because the constant multiple rule is that the constant is outside of this tan x, so the derivative of tan is secant squared x. So that means that the slope of the tangent is negative 4 secant squared x. So if the slope of the tangent is negative 4 secant squared x, and the slope of the tangent is, negative 8, that means that negative 4 secant squared x is equal to negative 8. Divide by negative 4, so secant squared x is equal to 2. Secant is a reciprocal of cos, so cos squared x is equal to, reciprocal of 2 is a half. And if cos squared is equal to a half, then cos x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1/2. So that means cos x is equal to plus or minus. Let's work out the square root of 1/2. That's the root of 1 over the root of 2. Root of 1 is 1. So we rationalize the denominator, we get root 2 over 2. So that's plus or minus root 2 over 2. And we're going from 0 to 2 pi, and 2 pi is in radians. 2 pi is 108 degrees. So if you draw a circle, you have to find where cos is plus and minus. So that means we have cos x is positive root 2 over 2, or the cos of x is equal to negative root 2 over 2. So if we draw a circle, a unit circle, and we're going to add, I do add sugar to coffee. Some people will do a cash rule. So that's add sugar to coffee. And the reason I use add sugar to coffee, because you start in quadrant 1. If you start with cash rule, you got to start in quadrant 4. So that means everything is positive here. Sine is positive in 2. Tan is positive in 3. And cos is positive in 4. But we want between 0 and 180. So that means we want between 0 and 180. That means we're looking at cos is positive in quadrant 1. So quadrant 1, we start from the point 1, 0, or 0. It doesn't make any difference. Let's draw this first. This is the rotation. So we drop a perpendicular to the x-axis. And so cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. So adjacent is dx as root 2 over 2. So if we want to find what the y is. So we can say that c squared is a squared plus b squared because of the Pythagorean. C is 2, a is root 2 squared, and b is the y. So that's 4 equals root 2 squared is 2. B squared, 4 minus 2 is 2. Y squared. So y is plus or minus the square root of 2. In this case, y is root 2. Notice because we have a root 2 here and a root 2 here, two sides are equal. That means this angle is 45 degrees and this is 45. So that means that this rotation here is a 45 degree angle. So that means that the angle x in this quadrant x is 45 degrees. Or we could also say that 45 degrees is pi over 4, either or. And also, another way to do that would be to say that the cos of x, you could say the cos of x is root 2 over 2. Use your calculator, and x is equal to cos to the negative 1 of root 2 over 2. So when you use your calculator on the inverse function, you will get a 45 degree angle for that. Remember, root 2 over 2 is 0.707. So cos to the negative 1 of root 0.707 is 45, again, which is pi over 4. But that's where it's positive. So where is cos negative between 0 and 180? So cos is negative in, cos is positive here and here, so it must be negative here and here. So that means we're also looking at where cos x is equal to negative root 2 over 2. So we're looking at the rotation into quadrant 2. And we draw a terminal line perpendicular to the x-axis. So if this reference angle is 45, that means this reference angle is 45. So this is a 45 right triangle. Cos is a negative root 2 over 2. X is negative root 2 over 2. Hypotenuse is 2. So this side is root 2 over 2 positive. Again, x in this quadrant is, notice we're gone right to here. So that's 180 minus the 45 reference. So that's 135 degrees, which is equivalent to, that's a 45 degree angle, pi over 4, and there's 3 of them. Now, we have the angles as 45 and 135, but we got to find a point. So that means the f of x is equal to negative 4 tan x. So that means the f of, you can use pi over 4 or 45, it makes no difference. I know what. So that's the tan of pi over 4, the tan of 45. If you use 45 degrees, your calculator has to be in degree mode, and the tan of 45 is 1. Or if you use pi over 4, you need to be in radian mode on the calculator, which will also give you 1. But in either case, tan, if you use this diagram here, tan is opposite over adjacent. So you get root 2 divided by root 2, which is 1. Anyway, you'll come up with negative 4. So that means at pi over 4, the y is negative 4. So that's one point of intersection of the tangent and the f of x. And the other one, the f of x is equal to negative 4 tan x. So if we do the f of 3 pi over 4, or you could say 135 negative, that's the tan of x, so that's the tan of, again, 3 pi over 4, or the tan of 135 is this rotation here. Remember, that's 135 and 45 is 180. So that's the tan here. If you use your calculator and do tan of 135 in degree mode, you'll get a -1. If you use this diagram, tan is opposite over adjacent, so that's root 2 divided by negative root 2, which is -1. So that's a 4. So that means this point is 3 pi over 4 and comma 4. So these are the 2 points of intersection of the tangent, which is parallel to this line, and this function. And again, you have to do the derivative in order to get the slope of the tangent. And a good math question to do, doing your trig and working out your algebra, drawing your diagrams, I call it a perfect question that helps you reinforce your math. And if you like my video, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. That's the content on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Hope the video helped you. Bye-bye.